Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 28th, 2024. I'm back here for Daily Shakeup number 898. And today I want to talk about assumptions, the danger of assumptions, and perhaps a danger within the danger of assumptions. We all know the saying, or ought to know the saying, when I assume, I make an ass out of you and me. So we all kind of know that assumptions are really dangerous. However, we do it all the time. We do it because it's convenient. We do it because it feeds our ego. We do it because of that innate sense we have of being right. The problem is when we get trapped in assumptions, we're moving away from curiosity, seeking to understand. And here's the real danger zone for assumptions. Yes, assumptions are really challenging. Fight them, resist them, see them coming. But here's where we lie and trick ourselves into believing that assumptions are good. We fall back into the trap of reasonable assumptions. And often our assumptions are reasonable. For example, you could say, I've seen this behavior before. It's reasonable to assume I will see that same behavior in the same situation. All accurate. But here's the thing. The fact that an assumption is reasonable doesn't make it not an assumption. A reasonable assumption is still an assumption. And that's the real risk here, because we see reasonableness, we see logic, and we say now it's not an assumption. It's actually a fair conclusion, a fair projection, a fair assumption because it's reasonable. But it's still an assumption. And my question is this to you. Why are you and we so in love with assumptions? Why do we crave them? Why do we lean on them? When in fact, we know they are dangerous. Why aren't our antenna up to resist them, to keep an eye out for them, to see them as a potential blind spot? So that's the bigger question. Yes, beware of the dangers of assumptions. Remember, even a reasonable assumption is still an assumption. And most important question, from a state of curiosity, which means leadership, what is it that attracts us and you to assumptions? Why are we so quick to jump to them when we know the dangers of them? Think about it. Love to hear your thoughts. Have a fantastic Tuesday and a great start to your week.